What is happening? I am Minnesota Vikings man 28, and back here with a new video. So we just covered Kirk Cousins. Now we're going to talk about who he throws to. One of them for right now, and that is Stefon Diggs. Now Stefon Diggs last year was ranked number 65. Now I am okay with him taking a dive this year, just because a lot of that 60 from that rank 65 from last year was because of the Minneapolis Miracle. So I am okay with 73. Not too bad. Very good wide receiver. Could be a starting wide receiver on some teams, but you know, he's our number 2 wide receiver behind Adam Thielen, and that's so good to have when you can say Stefon Diggs is my number 2 wide receiver. So let's go and talk about Stefon Diggs' ranking. Okay, let's look at some stats. So he's played for the Vikings for 4 years now. So if you look at his receiving from last year, he had 102 receptions for 1,021 yards, which is about 10 yards a catch, which is a first down. He's had his record for a year with 9 receiving touchdowns. Very good. And anything else I should mention? About his rushing, yes. We have involved Stefon Diggs in the rushing game a lot more. He had 10 carries for 62 yards. I think a lot of that was more due to Cook not being able to play at the start, and him getting injured and all that stuff. So yeah, hasn't got any rushing touchdowns, surprisingly. So yeah. What else? If we compare it to 2017, made the NFC Championship game. He played 14 games. Didn't play all 16 games. He played 15 games in the last year. 2017 got 849 yards off of 64 receptions, which is 13.3 yards a reception. Of course, the less receptions you have, that yards per catch, makes it, look better. And had 8 touchdowns. So similar amount of touchdowns, but got a lot more yards last year than 2017. Now, I think Kirk Cousins, he's mostly focusing on Adam Thielen and Stefon Diggs. So when we get to Adam Thielen, hopefully, because, I mean, if you don't put Adam Thielen on the NFL Top 100, I'm going to freak out. But when we talk about Adam Thielen, we have 2 1,000-yard receivers. And I will say this right now. This is the best Vikings duo since Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Now, granted, Chris Carter and Randy Moss are better than Adam Thielen and Stefon Diggs, but this might be the second best. I think this is the second best Vikings duo of all time, and people need to start noticing that. I don't care about no Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. I don't like big ego personalities of Odell Beckham, and I don't know how he's going to clash with Jarvis Landry. Yeah, they went to school together, but I want to see how they interact, because I know Stefon Diggs and Adam Thielen are very, very close, and they feed off each other. They even said that in the NFL Top 100 video I watched last night. I'm recording this morning, so yeah. And they really work as a duo. He had some of his best games. Against the Packers. If you remember, week 2, after Kirk Cousins threw that bomb to Stefon Diggs, caught I think a cornerback or safety off guard, and just reached out for it deep, got a touchdown. Also have some big plays, and I think he got a touchdown in the later this season game. I forgot exactly what week, but it was Sunday Night Football against the Packers. And when I watched the Kirk Cousins video and the Stefon Diggs video, it was just a lot of Packers players talking about them, especially Davante Adams, because I forgot to mention this in my Kirk Cousins video, but Davante Adams said, always plays good, always played good when he was against us. And Packers defensive players mentioned that too. It's just like I find it a bit weird because Kirk Cousins' best games against the Packers, Stefon Diggs' best game. I don't even know if it would be. It's just he's good anytime, but whenever we play the Packers, I feel like that's when our stars really shine because, as I'll mention, like probably this again in the Adam Thielen video coming later, whenever he gets on the list. Hopefully, it'll be further out because he's gonna be high on that list. That when Adam Thielen stopped that 100 yards streak games, the only other one he ever got was against the Packers on Sunday Night Football. So yeah, but going back to Stefon Diggs, great wide receiver. 73. I'm okay with it. Maybe could have been a little bit higher. Could have maybe done that 65 rank from last year. Could have maybe switched it. Last year could have been 73. This year could have been 65. But Minneapolis Miracle had a big factor into it. So yeah, this has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skol.